Welcome to another episode of Barbie Dolls of the Week. This week we're going to talk about some recent acquisitions or purchases that I made. And one is one I think that a lot of you are familiar with. And that's the one we're going to start with today. So, we're going to talk about the ever famous superstar Barbie from 1977. Now, I never had one of those because it was before I started collecting, and until recently, I really wasn't all that interested in that doll. However, I've begun to appreciate that little bit earlier time period of the late 70s, from about 76, 77 to of course, the early 80s, when I've been a big fan. So first, I got this doll. Which actually I have this doll both in the package, or the box I should say, and this loose one. So this is the reproduction. I'm assuming a lot of you realize that. This is the reproduction of the 1977 doll. That was done not that long ago, maybe 4 or 5 years. I don't have the date in front of me. But anyway, I think she's a pretty good reproduction and looks pretty good, although not identical. And I got her because she was a lot cheaper than you tend to see the actual 1977 ones online these days. And I got one a while back, and I have it in the box, and then I got one recently so I could take her out of the box that you see. And that's the one you see here. And of course it came with an extra dress, that black dress as well, that I've got on another doll. And she's in perfect shape because she's brand new. Now the other thing is, this weekend I was looking on, or a few days ago, I was looking on eBay, happened to come across a listing for an actual 1977 Superstar Barbie, and I got her. That's this one. So and I haven't done anything with the hair yet. It needs a little brushing to get it, but it's in pretty good condition. And so let's look at the two together now that I've got one of each. That's kind of interesting. So obviously, the hair is different on this one. I mean, this one. I'm trying to get used to this new setup. The newer one, I've got them in the wrong hand. This one. This one, the hair is more flipped, and because anything hasn't been changed on it. This one that's from the original, which by the way has all its jewelry. The necklace, the earrings are here, and the ring. So somebody took really good care of this. Excuse me. But what was the best part about this is that I got this for $10. The auction, I don't know why other people didn't seem to see it, but of course I was glad. This was just $10.50 I think I paid. And also, it wasn't just this. Let me show you what else was in this auction. So we've got this, which by the way, I have fixed the mirror effect issue that a few of you had suggested, and thank you for your suggestions. And so now you can see this spelled correctly in the right way, not mirror imaged. But look how good a condition this is in. This is really vibrant. I mean, the colors are amazing on this. Now, I don't usually get into the trunks, the Barbie doll trunks, but lately, in the last, 6, 8 months, I've gotten 4 or 5 through different auctions that were just part of the auction that I got, so that's okay. Some of them I'm going to keep. Some I have gotten on sale right now, or have on sale right now. So if you're interested, you can check my eBay auctions out on Ranman. By the way, if you look at this right here, this is a very popular dress. At least I think that's the one. It's got some other colors on it, so I'm not sure. But this is a dress that I got on an auction. I have one twice. I have found this dress at Goodwill over the years. One I still have. That's the original one on a doll over here. And the second one that I got on an auction not that long ago, I sold to a lady for $20 on a doll that, just was an extra doll. So anyway, it's a very popular dress. This one, I don't know, I'm not familiar with this one, but if it's a real dress, I'm kind of assuming it is, since this one was. But let me know if anybody knows about, is this a real dress? So, same picture on the back, by the way. And then inside, there are several other dresses, and the person said that a couple of these were handmade or homemade, like this. This is definitely homemade. You can just tell. It's got the Velcro on the back and so forth, but it's okay for what it is. And then there's this dress, which I believe is also homemade. You see, yep, it's got Velcro. And that, I'm not saying just because it has Velcro, but also you can kind of tell that these are homemade. They don't look like they would fit a Barbie. This is very big, so I don't know. Couple other things. There's this dress, which this one has a little zipper in it. This dress here. So I don't know if anybody recognizes this. I'm assuming it's homemade as well. But this one actually is kind of a nice looking one if it fits, so I'll have to try it on a doll. But it's got this cool little zipper on the back. And it does go up and down pretty easily. To me, this does not look like a Mattel dress. I think this is homemade, but maybe it would look good. So we'll have to try that. And then there's this dress, which this one could be Mattel. In fact, I tend to think this is. Does anybody recognize this? Let me know. Get you a good look at it. And it's got kind of these little poofy things on it. It's not my favorite dress in the world, but it's okay. If it is a Mattel or Barbie dress, might even be 60s. I don't know. I'd have to look in one of my books and try to find it. But I would just be curious if anybody can help me identify this one. There are a couple veil-like things in here. Well, this one isn't a veil. I don't know exactly what this is. Actually, it looks like some sort of undergarment that was in there. And this is the veil I was talking about, just the one, I guess. So this, I think, is maybe with this homemade white dress over here, which is probably supposed to be a wedding dress. Very large one. And then the last couple things in here that was with the Superstar Barbie, there's this, which is a ponytail of some sort. I'm curious if anybody recognizes that. It's got some kind of little thingy here that looks almost like a monarch attached to it. So let me know if you recognize that. And then the last thing, which actually probably did go with that Superstar Barbie, is the little pamphlet, The World of Barbie Fashions. And it's got her in the front, so that's a good sign that it probably did come with her. There she is. And then, of course, different ones that were with it. So, anyway, for $10.50, I just still can't believe that I got this auction for that price. But it worked out, so I finally have an actual 1977 one. Plus, I have the reproduction one. So, woohoo! Okay, so moving on to a few other dolls. This was from one of our fellow doll collectors that's been selling a lot of dolls that she has, Colleen, on Barbies, the Barbie Buy, Trade, and Sell Facebook group. So I've always wanted this set of 3 dolls, never had them, so I got a pretty good deal from her. And now I have this artist series of dolls. This one is the Sunflower Barbie, inspired by Vincent van Gogh, not by Vincent van Gogh. And this is what she looks like in the box. And of course, these boxes come off as far as the outer box and can go on the front. And it's got a sort of story of the doll on the back and more about the painting and so forth. But I think that's a very nice looking doll. You can see it. There it is. So Vincent van Gogh Sunflower inspired Barbie. So that's the first one. And then there is this one, which is a Monet. This is inspired by Claude Monet. It's a water lily Barbie. Let me just double check. Yeah, water lily. These were in the late 90s, these dolls. And it's a very pretty doll, and you can see more of the dress. The dress is very detailed. Got a lot of flowers on it, just like in the painting. Which, by the way, the painting is on the back, or at least part of it. The water lily Barbie. This is, let's see, like I said, inspired by the painting of Claude Monet. And the date, I believe this is from '98, but let me just double check. 1997, actually, this one. So this is, like I said, the Monet inspired Barbie, and it's part of a series. This is first in a series right here. This is second in a series, the Sunflower Barbie. And then the last one, which let me double check, does say third in a series. And as far as I know, those were the only three. But if I'm wrong, please let me know. This is the Reflections of Light Barbie, inspired by the paintings of Renoir. So let me double check the date on this one. This is from '99, so it must have been '97, '98, '99 if they did them one per year, which it seems they do, or did. So here she is. I can get the light off of her. And very pretty doll. Actually, this one is my favorite of the three. Renoir Barbie. Let me give you a closer look. I just think she's the prettiest one, and the dress is not overdone. It's very true to the painting on the back, or inspired by it. It's actually not my favorite of the paintings, but it's my favorite of the dolls. So, Colleen, thanks for the good deal on these, and I'm glad I could help out with purchasing them because I've always wanted them. But anyway, this is the 3 dolls in this artist series. Okay, with that, I'm going to close or wrap up for today, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Dolls of the Week, and I'll talk to you later.